Going on, ladies and gentlemen? What's going on? It's your boy Mills from Mill City Boxing, home of that high level pro boxing media, the Fighters and Trainers channel, and most importantly, the People's channel. And we have the one and only, the most exciting man in boxing. He goes by the name of Blair the Flair Conbs. Welcome back, my man. Can I get a
The People's Champion Blair the Flair has arrived. We're on Mill City Boxing, and I can't wait to get into the shenanigans.
to dive right in, and I'm gonna go right away by showing the viewers the video that you just dropped on Instagram this morning. And obviously, we could break down the fights, see what your thoughts are on all of those, fights that we had in New York City. But make sure you guys go out your way, double tap the screen if you're on mobile devices. Hit the like button if you're on a landmine. It's about to go down right now. So before we get into it, I want to actually play the little video that you made this morning, and then we're gonna we're gonna start from there. Well, you know what? Let's not start from there because the I'm like getting bad signal for some reason. But anyway, let's get into you right away. What's your thoughts on Teofimo Lopez versus Arnold Barboza last night?
Um, I didn't really watch it. I like it's like watching it without watching it. I was on that situation where as though like it's like, oh, okay. It wasn't like really something like too spectacular, honestly, for me to actually be like, oh yeah, this is great. This is exciting. What I saw is just an overly talented fighter finally get his way with a very, very ordinary fighter. It's a cakewalk walk through. It was an easy fight. I mean, they all had easy fights, technically. Yeah, technically they all supposed to have had easy fights. It was a showcase.
That's what I was gonna say. It was prepped up to be a show.
Yeah, it's a dumb showcase too because like why was you doing so much for a showcase when those two faggots could have fought like and they could have fought each other instead of just fighting tune-ups to get tuned up,
Hmm.
you know? Like wow, so that was the issue with that. And then Tio was just like just a really good sideshow because he was the only show. Like, basically he was the only guy talking, the only guy like actually like trying to put something on us, trying to sell the fight, even though the fight wasn't about him. So like, you know what I mean? And he wasn't even good enough to make it about him. That's the worst part about it. But it was good it was good while it lasted.
Now, he ended up saying, "I'm Dora the Explorer, and I'm looking for Jerron Boots Ennis." What was your thoughts on that call out per se and the way he delivered it?
Hold up, like he fought at 140, didn't he? It looked like when he's in like a actual showcase with Ryan and Devin both making 147, and he refused to go up to 147 with that incredibly weak opponent that he had anyways. It was just kind of ridiculous, like it looked like he didn't want no smoke at 147, but calling out Boots to which undoubtedly I'm pretty sure Boots would take that because that's just a cakewalk too, like well, I don't know. That's that's funny. So like if he's talking that shit, I hope when shit hits the fan, he don't be yelling out swiper, no swiping. You know? He like Dora the Explorer. Swiper, no swiping. And he knock his head right off. Oh man.
So, do you feel like that is like a far fetched? Do you feel like they're using Jerron Boots Ennis's name to catapult their name, saying like, "Yeah, I can move up into the next weight division and challenge that guy." That guy that's unified.
No, not at all. Not at all. Not at all. He would get beat to pieces if he got in there with me. If he got in there with Ellis. If he got in there with Ennis. If he got in there with fucking Brian Norman. If he got in there with anybody
Yeah.
in our weight class, it won't look good for him. Hell, even Mario Barrios would be a problem for him. You
Hmm.
know, everybody would be a problem. Even old ass Manny Pacquiao would probably be a problem for Tio. Tio technically lost like his last four fights.
Oh,
Like, you know what I mean? Like, what the fuck? This dude has been robbing people left and right. Top Rank been giving him the most credit and helping him out for the most, just for him to just try to get out of the contract with Top Rank. Look, Top Rank is the only people that give a fuck about you. But that's I don't know. Me personally, if I had anybody that was giving a fuck about me that much to rob people, you know what I mean? Like, come on, I'll be hanging in there and just stay in his own lane because moving up to 47 ain't no joke, and you probably should get the real test, just like the other two.
mm.
Yo, the other two, that shit did not look good at all.
Gonna heat up
147
there.
was different.
Yeah, it is. It's a completely different. You're adding another 7 more pounds. It's not 5 pounds, and obviously, this is the last division that you come across before you start wearing those 10-ounce gloves. So it's serious business when you're trying to be a big guy, trying to make that weight and get that advantage point. But my question to you is do you feel like that's exactly what you expected from Tio, or did you expect more? Like, were you, like you say, when you was watching the fight, did you feel like you was on autopilot for a little bit? I mean, or I don't know. Talk to me. I mean, or do you feel like it was a magnificent performance from Teofimo Lopez?
Like I checked in and tuned in a little bit, and it looked like Tio was doing better than usual. Because the whole thing is, it says I'm emphasizing usual. He's looking better than usual. Okay, so this is a perfect opponent for him. And it was a pleasant surprise. And then I kind of just moved on because he was the sideshow. He really wasn't the actual show that everybody came to see, and nobody really cared for him or his opponent at the time. Nobody gave a shit. And nobody really gave a shit about Devin Haney's opponent because who the fuck is he? Like, he like I never heard from him since the Maurice Hooker fight, to which he had an advantage on. It's I never that was just like one of Golden Boy's guys that they just, threw out there trying to capitalize on some turkey money.
So, did you feel like it was like a sparring match from Tio and I mean all three of them?
Nah, they were real fights. Tio did an incredibly good job at figuring out how to like use the best of his abilities to make the fight winnable and concisive. But that's the only thing I can give credit to the show is Tio pulling up, showing up, and showing out. Outside of that, yeah, Boboza had no power. Exactly, he had zero power. His
Can you believe that
his difficulty, yeah, his
Bob
difficulty
Arum
level
actually
was nothing.
stated that? Bob Arum stated it that Arnold Barboza can't even crack an egg, and that was the reason why Teofimo Lopez was able to display his full arsenal.
And then on top of that, like he's
Arsenal.
not he's
I
all
said that shit a little weird. Arsenal.
okay. You get your vocabulary, you know what I mean? Like ludicrous. Hey, that's a really good way. Remember on fucking in Living Color when they, when they had to do acting as Mike Tyson?
Yeah. Mike Tyson was in the building as well. Well, not even in the building, outside. I mean,
Oh,
like people were actually capping at the situation of like, wow, this huge event, you spent all this money and you legitly have like a couple hundred people just watching this shit, and it's like nobody else could watch it. You know, I mean, did you see the layout? Did you enjoy it? I mean, if you was a fighter and being able to be like on that card, do you feel it? Do you like it? I mean, obviously.
personally, I love the crowd and I love being involved. And that was supposed to be my fight. I was supposed to fight Ryan that day. You know what I mean? And why wouldn't I want to come back to like New York and fight in the middle of town square? That's like a dream come true. You know what I mean? If it's not a street fight, I wanted to be in a boxing match right there in the middle of Times Square. That's a dream come true for most fighters, including myself. Um, not even Madison Square Garden in the middle of Times Square.
Hmm.
Yes. It's amazing. It was an amazing achievement for Turk Sheik to pull that off. And also I'm pretty sure the list of people that came were the elite. And it was a cool situation, and yeah, I would have loved to have been involved. The only thing I didn't want to be involved with is the COVID situation
Oh yeah.
where they had to manufacture a fake crowd and just have like it was just incredibly quiet. Like that's damn near like a high level sparring session. That's probably the most dangerous. It's so quiet you can hear yourself think and you can hear your opponent breathing and thinking. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was weird. I'm like, oh shit. You can hear both trainers. You know what I mean? It's not even like sparring. Sparring is like other people yelling and screaming. It's a whole lot of nonsense going on. You know what I'm saying? But that is just like nothing but you and that other person, and it's pretty incredible.
So I'm about to put up a poll right now. To feet. All right. And the poll is gonna say the question is who had the best performance? Tia feet. Who
Tio
do you
Tio
think?
had the best performance. Absolutely, Tio had the best performance, and Devin Haney had the worst performance.
Mm,
Devin Haney had the worst performance, and he's over there fucking smiling and all happy and giddy that Ryan lost the fight. Bro, why the fuck you happy? Like you just saw your money go down the drain and you was too much of a bitch to fucking take him on in the first place. Why were they fucking promoting you to fight him all crazy, the videos and all that stuff, and then y'all just had to fucking fight some Joe blows. And then like the whole thing is Devin looked it horrible.
let's
You know what I
go.
mean? He looked it horrible in the fight, running all goddamn day. Now this is one some. It was one thing I definitely got.
Hold on. Let's get into this super chat real quick. Main lot, thank you for the $2. Blair, go get that belt from Rollie. What's your response to that? Ooh.
Not a real belt. I can't get a belt from Rolly, but like I would love to get the fight from Rolly. I was trying to get that done a while ago, but he kept like, bro, like when we're going through the talks and negotiations, he's talking as if he already lost, and I'm hyping him up, like, bro, like you're still the man. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna tell you the truth. I've always been a believer and a fan of Rolly. You know what I mean? I've always been a believer and a fan of even Ryan. I'm like a big brother to these guys. You know what I'm saying? And it was a pleasant surprise to see Rollie step up and shake off the cobwebs and shake off the demons of his past and show up and show out. I was so proud of him, honestly. Regardless of all the hype, all the fucking fussing, all the fighting, and all the shit talking from all of us, because we're all just fighters and entertainers at the end of the day. But regardless, I'm very proud of all of them. I'm very proud of all of them. Even Devin. I'm just I'm just like I just wish Devin would have the heart to like do something different. You know what I mean? And not always listen to his father. You know what I mean? Like actually be like, you know what? No, dad, I think I want to be a man this time. I don't think I want to keep running and this and that. I know that you worry about me getting hurt, but then like you have to realize that I have to be a man at the end of the day. You know, I can't show people that I'm still that child, your child. I have to show people that I'm your man, that like I'm the man here in this ring. He's still acting as if he's a child. You know what I mean? And he listened to his father. So like of course they put together a game plan to give absolutely zero risk besides his actual pride. And yes, a father can do that. A father would do that. We know why? Because a father values your life and your health above all, even your own fucking pride as a man. I would rather you be a bitch than to get hurt. Than to get hurt.
Like that?
Yes, like that. I would rather you be a fucking coward, a complete bitch, and have the whole world yelling how much you're a bitch. I would rather do all of that than to see you get hurt. I would rather your fucking goddamn woman can't even look at you the same way because you got fucked because I want you to be safe. You know what I'm saying? That's the problem. And that's the mindset of a father. And the thing is, he can't always listen to his father. Sometimes he has to go through the gates of hell and come out the other side for himself. You know what I mean? And like when that happens, you have to like that's just what it is. That's part of being a man that he have never actually been. You know what I mean? He's never been a man. Yo, he let his father take care of how he was going to react to the loss to Ryan. It wasn't him because who the fuck is really thinking like, oh yeah, we're gonna sue him? No, a father does that shit because he's trying to manipulate the situation as much as he possibly can to take back the O, and to demonize him, even if and like matter of fact, he might have even manufactured even the idea of eye strain. Let me blow this up completely, knowing damn well eye strain, you can't fucking get no kind of real boost off a fucking eye string, bro. Not at all. It's just one. It's just you know what? When you getting fucking popped, I tell you what it looked like. It looked like fucking. It looked like you said pause. When you get popped for steroids, it looked like Alicia Bungardner. It looks like fucking like Connor Ben. Yeah, that was some suspect shit. Look just like Connor Ben when you get popped. When you get popped for steroids, it looked like fucking Canelo Alvarez. You get caught lane crossing. You know they don't try to fucking find a specific thing that you know damn well is in tainted supplements, and then like shortly after you can't find it in his system, and in such low doses that is unrealistically giving a person any kind of like boost. That's just not gonna happen. You know what I mean? So like, no, I don't blame the fucking the loss on Ostring, bro. What I do blame it on is just the simple fact that like that, hey, you had a bad day. Not everybody does. Not everybody have a good day. Nobody's fucking perfect. Stop trying to be like Floyd and play mind games and play games with opponents to try to manipulate everybody to believe something that you're not. Just be real. Because honestly, the real is the only ones that's look, Floyd Mayweather and all his fucking accomplishments could not possibly be as inspiring as Ali or any of these other fighters that probably never even made it to the level of Floyd. You know what I'm saying? Let your story grow. And like sometimes that's going through the potholes and the misfortunes of your life, you know? Like let's see what happens. Like let's see you bounce back from a loss. And right now, he bounced back from that fucking loss horribly. He looked like he didn't want to get touched at all. Only thing that was incredible about that fight was his fucking legs. I've never seen such. It looked like an amateur fighting a pro. It looked like a really good seasoned amateur sparring a professional fighter and just agitating him. You know what I'm saying? Just agitating the seasoned vet and just winning rounds.
Mm.
And usually you can't keep up that speed of foot forever. That's why the amateurs they only fight 3 rounds, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? But that was incredible. That was the only thing that was incredible that I definitely got to tip my hat off to Devin for. God damn, like that was quite amazing to like have that like your feet
Giddy up.
moving. Yeah, to like even when it wasn't like that, it's not like lightning jagged speed like what I would do, but it's consistent movement that usually zaps your energy. But then it doesn't really matter because he's only hitting the opponent once or twice and getting the fuck out of there. So he was able to like use all his energy just for his legs. And like he never really opened up on too many combinations. There was one like small combination, like a 1, 2, 3 or something, like a 3 punch combination that he almost got his head knocked off. You know what I mean, for standing there
Energy.
too long to exchange. But outside of that, that was incredible, honestly. but outside, but he that was trash. He was trash, man. He did a trash job, and honestly, man, I've gotten so sick of it that I got managers that's already connected to Turkey Out Sheik. We're gonna make that happen. I'm gonna go ahead and throw out the trash for boxing. Go ahead and bag him up. Just we're gonna pack up Devin, pack up Ryan, bag him up, throw him in the trash. You know what I mean? And let it be, man. And matter of fact, and because Tio is just like the guy that's just annoying anyways, we'll pack him up too, man. Pack him the fuck up. You know?
That's what I'm talking about. Can you hear me?
Absolutely.
All right. Can you see me?
Absolutely.
All right. Here it is, guys. I'm gonna play it.
How do you get outboxed and outpointed by Rollie? That's that's strange. Very strange. Sounds like you guys need good old Blair to flare. Yeah. This is funny. Devin did a horrible job. Oh my god. He looked like the biggest pussy in boxing. That was wild.
Wow! Energy. Energy. Blair the Flair said he looked like a pussy. So, do you feel like did you, so Bob Arum said that nobody's gonna want to see him fight after that performance, and least punches
Blame
thrown
him
in a
to say
fight.
that.
Least punches thrown in a fight.
I mean, I don't blame. Bob Arum for saying that. Even though,
Terrible. He said that
even
he
though,
performed terribly.
yeah, he performed horribly. And I don't know. I don't know what to say about that because I think that like I think that that should be the case, even though I don't think it will be. I think that there will be people that will tune in to see Devin get his ass whipped again, even if it's with Blair the Flair. But and it's a shame because we really us as a people. Now I'm talking as the people's champion. Us as a people, we have to stop the nonsense so boxing can thrive instead of just survive. And stopping the nonsense might be like just not allowing promoters to have what they want or fighters to just have what they want. You know, like like right now we have a lot of fighters that like okay, and it won't be a lot of fighters because they're like fighters. They're fighters to the bone. They're ready to put on a big fight and entertain. But then you have Canelo at the top of the food chain, just like stealing money. Like, why are we even tuning into this fight today? You know, it's 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 Cinco de Mayo weekend. We haven't seen Canelo fight in over a year.
Caritas.
Yeah, and then guess what? It's gotta be against some motherfucker that we never heard of. Why couldn't it be against the Mexican monster? I mean, it's and the whole thing is this, bro. If it ain't Benavidez, retire, motherfucker. Just retire. And the people need to retire him. Boycott his fucking fights and show that that show the actual the people, the promoters that it's not profitable giving him money anymore. That's just
We're gonna get right into, let's finish this card, break down this card, finish the recap, and then we're gonna get right into that because obviously Canelo is fighting tonight. He's fighting William Skull, and I want you to dive right into that as well. But we should start with at least when it comes to Devin Haney, right? That performance, do you feel like because Ryan lost to Rollie, do you feel like that fight has lost a lot of juice?
think that has lost some juice, definitely. Um, and it I feel like it only propelled Rolly a little bit for the and you know what's crazy? I felt like that fight would have propelled Ryan farther than it would propel Rolly. And in this unfortunate how it's like that. You know. But regardless, I was just happy to see both of them just fight anyways and make the fight happen. And I was happy to see Rolly set aside the demons of his past and make and make winning possible. You know,
Ah,
I love to see an underdog win.
mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Um, do you want to see Haney and Rollie?
Really,
No,
not really.
no. You don't live. You don't
That's
live
the
for the
problem.
moment. You don't live for the moment.
That's the problem, bro. I don't really care for like Rolly versus Devin. If Devin beat Rolly, it means absolutely nothing. Like absolutely nothing. He doesn't like and the crazy thing is, I guarantee you, if he beats Rolly or in any kind of case scenario of him like fighting somebody else other than Ryan, it'll be for him to be like nah, 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 and like be a complete bitch. And like we'll have to literally give him a belt for that. Like boxing's biggest bitch. You know what I mean? Like we'll have to give him that belt. You know what I mean? Like go ahead. You got your own title, homie. You know what I mean? You can sit in the corner and let that marinate. Because like that's what you are at this point. Like you're the only fighter that's sued another fighter for getting your ass whipped. You're the only fighter to force like a whole boxing committee to overturn a fight because you're so scared of your fucking L. You know what I mean? Like it's crazy. And over and like I get it. Like a lot of fans don't really know what string is and all this other shit. Just like a lot of y'all motherfuckers didn't know what the hell rhabdomyolysis was. And then I say something. You know what I mean? And then it's been skeptical ever since. But like this whole thing is it's just nonsense, you know? It's just all nonsense. And like Devin don't look good at all. Laughing at how his biggest payday and his biggest loss is not going to be like vindicated. You know what I mean? He's not going to ever redeem himself for real, for real. And that's yeah, no, that's and the whole thing is he did the most to
See him
overturn
go
that
up.
fight.
Did you see him go up to the into the ring? Not he didn't go in the ring, right? But he gave dabs to Rollie. He went on top of the stairs. And then while he did that, he's yelling to Ryan's corner and Bill saying, "What happened?" Laughing. And Ryan's brothers saying, like they're yelling, talking about each other's mothers and shit like that, real personal shit. And like I hear what you're saying because as a fighter, you want to be able to get that lick and profit as much as possible. You don't want nobody to take your shine, and he gave dabs to Rolly, and I could see that a lot of people took that moment in that content. Did you see it? Did you see that moment? Oh, how'd you feel about that?
Classic, like this generation. Classic for this generation. And this generation is full of bitch mentality. I call it BM. I call all of this shit the BM culture. And the BM culture nowadays is that honestly women are more like stronger than men nowadays. Like men be carrying more fucking like more goddamn tampons than a little bit nowadays. Like, you know, like they got their little vibrator and their little purse and everything. They just the biggest little bitches in the world when it comes to like especially in boxing. You know what I mean? It's all over the world, but honestly, especially in boxing, dude. It's just getting ridiculous where like, you know, that's like some corny childish shit.
Yeah,
You know?
it's nasty work.
Yeah, that's grimy and nasty, man. Like I would have been fucking mad, like, ah, damn, and then
He took he took
giving
some
both,
of my bag away.
yeah, and then also I would have gave credit to
Tight.
both fighters.
This is how he felt. This is exactly how he felt when Cambosos beat Tio and he jumped in the air. When he was really happy. When Tio lost to Cambosos, there was a video out there. And damn, it gives those vibes. You feel me? It gives those vibes of like you're willing to have somebody take care of your work. You know what I mean? Like imagine you have beef with somebody, right? And I said, nah, 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 I got you. And I handle it. You're gonna be like, what the fuck is going on here? I look horrible. I look horrible. Why you do that, Mills? Why you do that?
Yeah, man, it's crazy.
Main lot ENT, thank you for the $2. Really appreciate the donations, guys. Smash that like button, double tap the screen if you're on mobile devices. Rolly gonna press Devin. He don't respect his power. Tell me, do you feel like that could be the case? Do you feel like Rolly could just walk right into anything in those Devin Haney shots? Like if some people say he has pillow hands, I don't know. You've been in the ring with him and stuff like that. Do you feel like Rolly could just walk right into that shit?
No, I think that Rollie could just walk right through it and
Yeah,
probably. Yeah, he won't walk to it. He'll walk right through Devin Haney's punches, and then
he got the chin insurance for that. Rolly.
yeah, that's. I think he's got his chin is stronger than he's at least average. And let's just put it like this: Devin can't knock out an average person. Like you know what I mean?
So tell me, what about Devin's chin? What about Devin's chin? Like Oscar De La Hoya, there's videos out there of him saying that Devin doesn't have a chin, and that's why he fought the way he fought.
I think that it's not about his
You know?
fear. It's about who he is inside. The true him. The true him is
His
not. It's not
soul.
about like his chin. It's about like who you really is. What you really
Mm,
is a coward,
damn.
and you allow your father to control everything,
Yeah.
including how you fight and like preserve your masculinity as a man. Like he's not a man. He's a child. He always had
Um,
his own girlfriend. Don't even fuck with him. His girlfriend chasing a real man that's in jail.
Damn, you went that far with the thugger. You
It's
went.
it's,
You
it's
digged
sad.
into. You went into that bag.
I'm just saying what it is, man. You know what I mean? I want him to be better.
You cook up
Let me cook, man. I'm just putting it what it is.
that bag though. Damn.
Nah, I'm just saying what it is, man. I want him to be a better person. I want him to be a better man. You know what I mean? And like, don't be afraid to take L's. Let me tell you something that's crazy. Let me tell you something that's crazy, bro.
Oh, hit the like button.
I could fucking do what he did all day. I could have did it with Alexis, anybody. Alexis Rocha, I could have did that shit then. But you know why? Yeah, but I didn't. You know why? Because I would rather get knocked the fuck out than be running around like a fucking coward.
Mm.
I wouldn't rather get knocked the fuck out fighting for my fucking pride, fighting for my goddamn heritage, fighting for my people, fighting for my history, fighting for my family, fighting for my children, fighting for my fucking name than be a little bitch running like a coward. That's just what it is.
Mm.
So no, like that's why it was crazy to say like that Devin, even though he won, had the worst performance because he is the absolute epitome of what boxing don't represent. He can't inspire a motherfucking thing, bro. He can't inspire no fucking he can't inspire the growth of anybody. And that's because he really haven't started from the bottom. He haven't really fucking started from any kind of real struggle. He didn't become what he is. He was already that. You know what I'm saying? He had all the fucking help, all the help in the world, and honestly, he was never supposed to be that in the first place. If he started off as a fucking scrub nobody and fucking had to build himself up, if he gone through half of the shit that I went through, he would not fucking survive. Just 1 year of inactivity turned him into a bitch. I run through so many days, so many fucking years of inactivity and with nothing to show for it. That shit did not fucking phase me at all. I'm still hungry. My fire's still lit. You know what I mean? I take a loss, I bounce right back. Since the fucking opponent that beat me was unable to fight me again due to getting cut, due to fucking promotion being too scared to make me too strong, too powerful, and too great for fucking Virgil Ortiz to fight me. So then they fucking put me in there with an even better opponent, expecting me to lose. Nowhere near my fucking weight class. You know what I'm saying? With way different circumstances than the other two fights that he lost. You know what I mean? And then guess what? I blow him the fuck out the water. Why? Not because like I have everything. It's because I have nothing. It's because at the end of the day, I'm a fucking man that's willing to stand up against bullshit. And that's just what it is with when it comes to this whole thing with Devin. Devin is not a man, and he's losing his 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 mentality as a man. Like yeah, he's lost his testosterone, bro. Like now it's like, bro, you need ostring, bro. Like you need that official test just to get your balls back. You know what I mean? So that's how it is right now, and it's sad, man, because I used to think the world of Devin. You know? Yeah, I used to think the world of Devin and Bill. I'm so like, but then I start to realize that it really wasn't about Devin. The real superstar is Bill Haney. If Bill Haney was anybody else's father,
Go chat. Let's go
anybody
HL
father, they would be a world champion.
on Irving. Mm.
The real star ain't Devin. It's Bill Haney.
The real star is Bill Haney.
Yeah, the real dream is Bill Haney.
The
Cause
real dream.
he dream more than fucking Devin.
Ay, bendito. Let's go. Turn up. Okay.
That's why like, and I hate bashing Devin, but it's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? And I wish nothing but the best. I hope they get better.
Nah, nah, nah. You already got him. You already called him a pussy on your Instagram. So it is what it is. You already there. You must be on this good side right now.
You know, like until prove otherwise, and like he prove otherwise, and I'll say otherwise. One thing I say is
About
his
to turn this shit up.
his feet was absolutely remarkable.
Yo, yeah, man. Like you like that shit. You
Running all night long.
if you was fighting him, do you think you would have been able to catch him though? Because that was impressive lateral movement.
But that's impressive lateral movement against a slower fighter that's only coming forward. Imagine when he has to come forward.
The truth.
Like, look, it's boxing, right?
Yeah.
And you win not punching anything. Do you know what I'm saying? And not throwing anything. So you pull him forward. Make him uncomfortable. Cause you ain't gonna just be running all day and then just like make it look stupid when I just stand still and you just leave. You're gonna have to come forward. Okay, come forward. Pow! You know what I mean? Get caught in the exchange, caught in the counter, caught in the trap, and then guess what? All I have to do is step forward a little bit. You're running off. I can get my breath then. You know what I mean? Go ahead, run. I can breathe. You know what I mean? Like I don't know, but that's really one of the only ways to beat a really good checker player like Devin.
So here we go with
He's
that.
a great he's a great checker player. No, he's not a chess player. He's a really great checker player. You know what I mean? And he'll domino these rounds over top of you. You know what I mean? Unless
Domino these rounds.
yeah, he's incredible. I mean, Devin is great at what he does. But when the
But
shit hits the fan and it's
yeah,
time to actually show that you're a man,
he turns into a what?
a coward, a pussy.
I
And and he should be better than that. He should definitely be better than that. You know what I
essence.
mean?
Que Dios te bendiga to Devin and that. Pero listen, guys, I need you guys to go into the poll. I need you guys to place your vote. Once we get 200 votes, we're going to change the poll right away, okay? So I need you guys to go out your way and place your votes right away, okay? If we're lagging, sorry, but we you got the audio, you tuned in and hopefully it'll clear up. So listen, place your votes. Who had the best performance? Let's get up. I I agree with
Best
you.
performance.
I agree with you on it. I think that Teofimo Lopez definitely had the greatest performance. I just feel like Rollie Romero stole the show. What do you think? underdog, comes out of nowhere.
Yeah.
He at least sat somebody down. He's the only person that sat somebody down as
Yeah.
well.
Oh yeah, of course.
And let's be real. He looked a lot better than what he normally looked. He boxed. Like you said in your message. What did you say on your Instagram message? You got outboxed by Rollie Romero.
Yeah,
That's what you said.
absolutely.
And that was
Absolutely. But what I'm saying is like not really, because he didn't do anything too outside of realistically. It just didn't look good for Ryan. Ryan is susceptible to left hooks just like just like he throws them. And the thing is, people over here swearing up and down that like his left hook can't be avoided and and nobody can actually touch him without getting caught. But that's not true. Like I've done it. Shit, he caught me one time and then I took it away. Like you can take that shit away. And what happens is this: if you don't have anything outside of that one weapon, it could be a problem. It could be a problem for you. You know what I mean? Like you take one left hand away from Javante, he still has incredible boxing skills. And then not only that, he still has his right hand that he can land and do damage with. Rollie.